Hello, Jammers. Hello, and welcome back to Jam Fam to the Motherland. I hope you guys, hope you can see me okay because, as per usual, I know you don't want to hear me talking too much about the sunshine, but it's 33 degrees. I need my sunglasses on. And more importantly, you might be thinking, why has she got that hat on? Well, as I've mentioned, I am a hat and sunglasses person, and I actually bought this hat today just outside of the DVLA in cantonments. And again, a tip in bartering. Initially, they said 150 cedis, but I managed to get it for 80 cedis. It's a straw hat. He does the weaving right outside, and it's made of leather. Okay, so I just wanted to share with you, as I've mentioned in previous videos, that I am going to endeavour to get on the road. It's been 6 months of driving in Bolts and Ubers, and I'm kind of ready now to get onto the road. I think I'll be able to manage it. Okay, guys, so how to get a Ghana driver's license in 90 minutes. I do hope that you'll find all of this information useful. And, again, it's just to help all of our jammers not experience the same hiccups, or it's actually taken me 2 trips to actually get it. But I have now officially got my Ghanaian driver's license all within 90 minutes, jammers. If you haven't already watched the How to Get a Ghana card, do go ahead and watch that video because you will actually need a Ghana card to also get the Ghana driver's license. And as I've mentioned, you literally cannot do anything in Ghana without a Ghana card. Okay, so the DVLA in Ghana, the headquarters, they have a headquarters in cantonments. They also have a office, or one of their offices, in DVLA 37. I think it was 37. I went there initially on my first visit. So avoid going to the wrong office. You need to go to the DVLA head office in cantonments. Once you arrive there, there's a reception on the ground floor, and you'll obviously say what you're there for, and they will want to check that you have got all of the relevant information before they actually direct you up to the first floor. Once you get to the first floor and you've handed in all of your information, the lady there, I won't mention her name because that may well change, and reception will obviously direct you. The lady at reception on the first floor in her office, she will then again check all of the information. She will also ask for the originals of the photocopies, of which I will share the information with you as to what will be required in order to get that card. Now, Jammers, if you're not yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button, guys. Please, I'm wanting to share all information with you. Just want to make sure my hat doesn't go flying. I want to share all information with you, and I just really want to get back into now of sharing all of the information that we'll have here. We'll get to the point of speaking about schools. The twins have settled in very well into their school now. Lots of homework, but just delighted with the rate of their learning. Obviously, Mia will need to be finding secondary schools for her when she comes back in the summer. So please do subscribe. And if you're coming to Ghana, reach out. I'd be more than happy to meet up with you. Now, back to the topic. First floor, you hand in all of your information. She'll check that. She'll ask for the originals, which will be the likes of your passport. It will be the likes of your driver's license from the country that you're coming from. And then you'll take a seat outside of her office. 5 to 10 minutes later, obviously, whenever you're doing anything to do with offices or documentation in Ghana, I recommend that you get there when the office is open. So I did actually arrive at 9 a.m. and then this avoids any hassles that you may have, or any delays rather. So it was quite speedy. It literally took 90 minutes in order to get this driver's license. So again, so she takes all of the information and she takes the originals. You're waiting outside. 5 to 10 minutes later, someone comes out and says to you that they are then going to take you back downstairs to another office, which is called, what was the location? Anyway, they'll take you to another location just downstairs. All of the offices are air conditioned, nice and relaxed. And what I was most impressed about is that you have an option also to say as to what refreshment you would like, hot drinks or cold drinks, and they also bring you a snack. And then the price for this was, as of February 2023, 675 cities. Obviously, you can go ahead and look at xe.com, look at your conversion rates. So that, as of February 2023, the beginning of Feb, that converts to about 45, £50 for the conversion there. But I thought that was quite well worthwhile in order to get that driver's license within 90 minutes, and obviously taken into account that you have already got a driver's license from the country that you are coming from. Just to mention, you can also look at getting an international driver's permit. If I had researched this prior, I would have been able to pay £5.50 in the UK and get an international driver's permit for my existing driver's license, and that would then be valid for a year. But obviously now my driver's license in Ghana expires. I think it expires quite some time away, but you need to renew it in 2025, and I also need to renew it in 2027. Basically you just go and you sit downstairs again, you fill out another piece of paperwork. Again, as I've mentioned, I think just living in Ghana, I've just realised, just relax. There's no point getting stressed about things and rushing things, because it always comes together in the end. So you complete the additional paperwork. They take the stamped paperwork that was checked upstairs, and then you make your payment at the cashier. You then have to go off for an eye test, and that costs an additional 50 cedis to go off for that eye test. Come back, give that paperwork back to the cashier, and then you just sit and wait. And 90 minutes later, you will have your Ghanaian driver's license ready to go, guys. So just to share with you information that you will need. The first visit that I went, they gave me the paperwork as to what was required. So to avoid you having to make duplicated visits, this is the information that's required. You will need the original and photocopy of your foreign driver's license, which obviously has to be valid. You will also need the original and photocopy of your passport. Again, that will need to be valid. You will also need a photocopy of your residence permit. And again, Jammers, I could speak to you about how to go ahead about getting your resident permit. I haven't actually done a video on that because obviously everyone's circumstances are different. But if you feel that you'd like to speak to me directly about that, please feel free to send a message, Jammers, on, how to go about getting your residency, which I have got. By the grace of God, it always comes together as per usual. Just continue to be positive, Jammers. Just continue to pray. Once you know that the Lord has gone ahead of you, there's literally I've got no problem. I've got no problem with anyone, and I don't want to make any problems with anyone either. So, photocopy of your residence permit, which must have at least a 1-year validity for foreign nationals. Permits that expire in 2 months from the date of the application will not be accepted, Jammers. You will also need a copy of your driving records. Now, I hope this isn't sounding as though it's quite tedious or as though it's a lot of information that's required. And this can tend to lead people to think that, that they want third parties involved, and then you can end up paying, through the nose, which is quite unnecessary, especially when you've got all of the relevant information. So it's not a lot of to in and fro in. It's not too much. if it is sounding like it's too much, it's literally not. So you've got your photocopies of your driving license, photocopies of your passport. You will also obviously have to have the originals. You will need a photocopy of your resident permit, which must have at least 1 year validity within that. And you will need the original driving record. I got that directly. Again, Google is our best friend. Just Google driving records, the country that you're from, and Google will direct you to that. I was able to do that and get my driving records emailed to me straight away. So I printed that off. You need an introduction letter, Jammers, from either an employer in Ghana or spouse in Ghana for foreign nationals. You will need that Ghana card, photocopy and original. And for these things, whenever I'm going to do anything to do with driver's license, this actually has got a strap that you can put underneath. And I should have done that. I didn't think it was going to be as windy. So yeah, you will need what I was actually going to say is that I always bring everything with me because you just don't know. And I just hate to go somewhere and then you're in the middle of a process and they say, oh, well, you need something else. So I always bring everything to do with everything whenever I'm going to do anything which is official. So Jammers, I'm actually quite pleased for a little bit of breeze. I'm actually even wanting for us to get some rain, Jammers. We haven't had rain for at least 9 to 12 weeks that I can remember. Not that I'm complaining, but sometimes it's nice for it to be a bit cooler. And on Sunday, there was rain within the area, but I wasn't in the area by the grace of God. But yeah, I do fancy a bit of rain. So you need the Ghana card, as I mentioned, a copy and original of that. And it does say no agents will be entertained. The applicant must be present. So, guys, I hope this information is useful. Just a quick one. I hope it wasn't too fast. If it was too fast, you can always go ahead and re-watch this video. That's all of the information that you need, and you come away with that easy peasy 90 minutes later with a refreshment in a nicely air-conditioned office. No need to use third parties once you've got all of those relevant informations there, Jammers. Okay, so Jammers, please do subscribe. If you haven't already done so, please do share. Sharing is caring. That's exactly what I'm doing here now, is sharing this information with you, hoping that, it will just make things less challenging for you when you're ready to visit Ghana. If you are going to visit Ghana, do bear in mind that Ghana is one of those countries where you cannot just use your existing driver's license. You do actually need to have a international permit to drive here in sunny Ghana. Okay, Jammers, lots of love. Stay positive as per usual. Stay blessed. Please subscribe, guys. Please share. Share amongst your groups. Ask your groups to share amongst their groups. Subscribe, comment, and share. And see you soon. Go ahead and watch how to get a Ghana card. Go ahead and watch top tips. Lots of best top tips there. On the note of top tips, I was actually wearing what I'm wearing today to take the photo, and for some reason I had to put on someone's scarf, for whatever reason, to take that photo, which was very annoying. And the photos that they take never ever come out the way that you actually bloody look. So yeah, I had to push hair behind ears and all sorts. I really wish I just done the ponytail today. That would have just made things a lot easier. So see you in the next video, Jammers. Take care and keep jamming.